So one thing I've learned about black culture that I don't like is that black hate on hate.
Speak on that more. I heard you say that earlier, and I wanted you to expound on that. You said you don't like to see black people tearing down other black people.
Yeah, it's horrible. Like, why does someone want to bring somebody else down? Let's try to build everybody up. Like, I think it's culturally wrong, and I'll probably get killed for saying this because,
I'm glad you're saying it openly. If this is the conversations that are being had. I
have it all the time with that.
I want to hear this.
That whole thing really does bother me because I think it's wrong, and I think it's culturally hurting the outcome of the black community. I think it would be much better if everyone tried to push each other up.
Oh man, so Michael Rubin was at the Breakfast Club today and he talked about the infamous all-white party. Now that white party has ruined the perception of Meek Mill and for sure Lil Baby. Not really Meek Mill, mainly Lil Baby, for sure with the backwards hugs being caressed and sandwiched by two men. That was wild, and Academics has been laying it on that boy Pause the whole time in regards to their beef. He always references that white party. But also at that white party, Michael Rubin spoke about not allowing Not Like Us to be played due to his friendship with Drake. Now later we're going to talk about ScHoolBoy Q not really feeling Michael Rubin's comments on the black community based on how his friends are being treated and shit, you feel me? So hold on tight.
Drake was there this year and everybody was like, oh, they weren't allowed to play Not Like Us. Like, does that stuff bother you? And was that even true?
It was true. And look, for me, I'm always, I just don't think, Drake's my friend for a long time. I'm not going to invite him and then have, he's obviously going through, he's going through a little bit of battle right now. I'm not going to have him come there and
be in battle mode.
That's what I just didn't think it was appropriate. So I just sent a note. I said, hey, let's not play, anyone's music that's feuding with anyone that's there. I mean, look, you got.
But that was a you decision. It wasn't like Drake was like, don't play.
That was a me decision. I just thought it was the appropriate thing. I will tell you, the day before we had a small barbecue for a few hours that was supposed to be 30 people, turned into 200 people and went for about 10 hours the night before. That was the pregame to the white party. And when they turned the music on, just like in my house, like it was, they put Rap Caviar and Not Like Us came on. It was like in the middle of Not Like Us. I'm like, get that off.
Drake was there?
He was pulling up soon.
Oh,
yeah.
So you had it on your playlist?
No, it wasn't on my playlist.
It was Rap Caviar. Don't do that to him.
I see you trying to throw me under the bus like that.
Did you see the memes of your pictures with Drake, or you and Drake, and everybody was like, Drake looks so sad?
By the way, he had a great time. Look, you guys, if there's one thing someone just said something to me about social media, you got to be built for social media. You got to be tough. You got to take shit from people. One of the things people don't understand about my personality, I actually like the abuse. It doesn't bother me at all. Look, Drake is an iconic artist that we all have tremendous respect for. Obviously you can't, what I said to Drake, and I really believe this is a great test for him. Like, you can't get to where he's got to and not have people coming for you. I know, I sleep with one eye open. I know right now, we're in 3 businesses, people coming for me in every business every day. And that's part of, with success comes, more competition, more hatred. And, the best people show why they're the best. And if you're not the best, you crack and you fall apart. So I think this is a great test for him. I think, he's going to come out with, lots of incredible music. And I think people, right, I think people are going to say, that's why Drake is Drake.
Hey, real talk, man. What you expect? Come on now. Dude say, laugh my fucking ass off. As funny as this is, you would do the same if it was your friend too. Respect him for being honest about it and not lying. Because he's soft. But we had to hear back to back in summer 16 until we were blue in the face. Back in 2015, 16, regardless if Meek was in the building or not. They couldn't wait till he left. Let's be real, 99% of celebs are piddles. So playing a song calling Drake out, probably calling out all the rest of them at that party. Hell no. Real friends, how many of them? People don't realize this has been a thing in hip hop since the beginning of time. DJs will tell you when certain people get booked, they're instructed not to play specific songs, especially if the song is by said person's ops. Nothing out of the ordinary. I agree. All right, now let's get to the situation about Lil Baby and Meek Mill, man. So Michael Rubin speaks some more right here in regards to that, and he says something that's real deep. I'm paraphrasing, but he said this is his issue with the black community, is that the black people tear it down their own. Check this out.
I think social media bothers you a little bit, because one thing I did notice from the white party, I didn't see any hugs. There was no hugs from the back. I didn't see no hugs, Mike.
I think that was pathetic. I think it was a joke.
Or how they attack Lil Baby.
Yeah, look, by the way, what I hate? When watching a black person try to take a black person down, that's fucked up. Okay, let's keep it real. Okay, Baby is one of the best human beings in the planet. There's not a person who will always do more for his community, who's a great human being, who works his ass off. And here's what happened with Baby. Baby did great, and then people came for him. Okay, and by the way, I told Kuz, I was with Kuz a couple nights ago, it was his blue hair. That was the thing that really screwed. It was, if you didn't have that blue hair, that was what killed the whole thing. It was the picture. It was me, Baby, and Kuz, and it was probably 1/10 of 1 second that someone caught the picture, and then it got out there, and but anyway, look, what sucks is that it actually did hurt Baby for a period of time. And that's the fucked up thing, and that's the thing that I don't like.
What do you mean by hurting? He was upset about it, or
no? It's people that want to hate with success, and to me, I want everyone around me to do great. Nothing's gonna make me happier than you guys doing great. You guys killing it in everything you do. I think you just gotta push aside that negativity. And talk about the bunny hops. Meek says to me at the beginning of the game, he says, "What do you want to bet?" I'm like, "What do you want to bet?" I'm not generally I don't want to ever take money from my friends or bet money, but if they want to, he's like, "Let's do push-ups." I'm like, "Great, 50 push-ups, great." He's like, "Actually, let's do bunny hops." I said, "What's a bunny hop?" He said, "How do you know
it
what
was
a bunny
Meek's
hop?"
idea. Meek said,
"No, 100%."
Because Meek thought he was gonna win.
So Meek's like, you go like this. He's teaching me what a bunny hop is. I never saw it before. Okay, so I don't know. I'm literally, I'm going like this.
That's one of those things you learned in person.
He's going to be no, it's like this.
Right.
Like this. He said, we do them in jail all the time.
Stop.
You come in jail all the time.
Right. So I didn't even know I've never heard of a bunny hop before. Okay.
Man.
I put it on my story, just making fun of him. Like, yeah, I kicked your ass in tennis. It's fun. I actually won something in sports, almost a miracle. I should have had a celebration. Okay. No one says a thing then. 5 years later, people want to, now it's the turn, who are we going to hate on this much? So let's hate on Meek. Oh, Meek's gay because some guy made up a lie. Okay. So let's hate on him for that and just try to change the narrative. And, white billionaire telling, black men to do bunny hops. Actually, he told me to do bunny hops. It was his bet. And I'm sorry that he sucked in tennis that day. Okay. Let's keep it real. So that stuff.
You should have played a black sport. He'd beat you.
In everyone, by the way.
Yes.
But probably any sport other than skiing, which is obviously a white sport. That's the only sport I could probably get him in. But, the thing I don't like about that is it doesn't bother me for me. It bothers me that it actually, when I see the narrative of a really good friend of mine like Meek, and people trying to, again, if he was gay, which there's not one gay bone in his body, who cares? Number one, let's say if people want to be gay, it is 2024. Who the fuck cares? Okay. Number two, there's not a gay bone in his body. So why do people want to lie about that? Why do people want to change the narrative of bet he made with me to try to hurt him? So one thing I've learned about black culture that I don't like is that black hate on hate.
Speak on that more. I heard you say that earlier, and I wanted you to expound on that. You said you don't like to see black people tearing down other black people.
Yeah, it's horrible. Why does someone want to bring somebody else down? Let's try to build everybody up. I think it's culturally wrong. And I'll probably get killed for saying this because,
I'm glad you're saying it openly. If this is the conversations that are being had.
I have it all the time with that.
I want to hear this.
Yeah, so I think it's wrong. I think, why do you not want to build everyone up around you? Why do you not want everyone around you to do great? The best way for everyone to do great is to push each other up. You don't do better by taking your competition down. You do better by pushing everyone up together. You want all the wind behind your back.
So when you see black people tearing other black people down, in your mind, you'd be like, I would never do business with that person because of how they treat their own people?
Well, I don't see, I don't really see the people I'm around tearing people down. What I see is the conversations that we have about people trying to tear them down. And I think even if...
Because Meek brings that up a lot.
The reality is they're aware that there's a lot of hate that comes with their success. Even if someone's trying to get out of, I grew up in a ruthless environment, and I'm trying to improve the people that are around me. It's then the people that you grew up with, they're mad, they want to take you down because you don't have the same people around you. How about you want to grow and you expand? And it doesn't mean you don't want to help the people around you. Meek does so much for his community. A completely different situation, but Baby does so much for his community. So that whole thing really does bother me because I think it's wrong and I think it's culturally hurting the outcome of the black community. I think it would be much better if everyone tried to push each other up.
Okay, so in response to that, ScHoolBoy Q says, bro, I'm cool on this app. This ish out of control, dog. No such thing as black on black anything. You know what I don't like about you hard R's? I hate when you hard R's be acting like hard R's. Basically, I'm gone, homie. So ScHoolBoy Q ain't feeling what he said right there. But what y'all think about that, bro? It's something that we've said a lot amongst each other. But when you hear it from someone else, I guess it makes people want to take a pause. Hold on, bro. You can't be speaking on our community like that. But then you're going to have another perspective of people that's going to be a Jewish person saying that and his community seems to be more together than ours. So is it coming from that perspective saying that you should do or move like us? What you think about that? What y'all think about that? Let's get to some more reactions about that. The hate in our community should really be studied. This man is telling the truth. Black people tear each other down as if the other races don't do it enough. When a Jewish guy calls you crab in a barrel, crabs in the barrel, slave mentality. I hate it too. Why you calling that man baby? I ain't never heard that. What you talking about, man? Yeah, this pro-hater wave that many in the community is on is very counterproductive to the movement. I think people take jokes as tearing each other down. I think we just like to laugh. I can laugh at you and help you at the same time, or maybe I can't. I don't know. What do I know? Nah, some people be trying to tear each other down. They build narratives with some of the jokes that they make. Sometimes with the way that some people joke, quote unquote, on social media, it's not even funny. It's just really just talk shit about you and whatever you got going on. You could leave a bad taste in viewers' mouth, especially if your job depends on your perception. That could ruin you. That could take money out your pockets. And as he said, the perception of the little baby really did hurt him on social media. And then we got academics who's beefing with the man, really picking at him with anything he does. That could damage you, dog. How is the guy letting him sit there and make comments like that about black people as a white? Oh yeah, iHeartRadio is owned by Jewish community. Okay, as a whole. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. But so what y'all think about that? Do y'all have an issue with him saying the truth? Like, what y'all think about that shit? It's crazy when it's said by somebody else how it hits harder for some people. I'm not the person that ever thinks that white ice is colder. The last thing I care for is white validation. You know, I hate the aspect of when you go into a white neighborhood, you must act better. A white establishment supposed to act better rather than being on your best behavior around black folks or black neighborhood or whatever. I never liked that psyche of our people. But hearing someone speak like that, which is the truth, what do y'all think? Since he's the one that's saying that, do you just block it out? Or do you look at it like, damn, someone from a community that a lot of people speak about having a lot of power, and I don't want to be anti-Semitic by saying that, but that's what y'all say. You think about what he's saying and you look to how that community is able to stand on business, and it's by riding together. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? Let me know what you got to say in the comment section below. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here though. This is another update with Stace. You out.